pattern that goes along. It starts with 1, and on all the outsides you always have a 1. This is the first row, this is the second and the third. Now, if you can see the pattern, other than the ones on the outside, to get the numbers below it, you add the two things above it. For example, 1 plus 1 is 2, and that goes here. To get the next row, you take a 1 on the outside, then you add 1 plus 2 is 3, and that goes here. 2 plus 1 is 3, and that goes here. And then you have a 1 on the outside. To the next row, same thing. So you put a 1, then you add 1 plus 3 is 4, 3 plus 3 is 6, 3 plus 1 is 4, with a 1 on the outside. Do one more for you. Put a 1 on the outside, you add 1 plus 4 is 5, 4 plus 6 is 10, 6 plus 4 is 10, 4 plus 1 is 5, with a 1 on the outside. So this is a pattern, and as you can see, it's going to be symmetric back and forth. So 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1 is the same as if you read it the other way. So this is going to help you with things like this. So expand 2a plus b all to the fourth. Now what you normally would know how to do is to write this, remember your yellow sheet, 4 times, and then multiply it out, either FOIL or box it 4 different times, which would take a very, very, very long time. However, you're going to learn a different way using the triangle. So the first thing that we do is you have to figure out the row to use. Because this is to the fourth, you use the row that has the 4 in it. So we are going to use this row right here. Because again, the 4 right there has it in it. So the first thing you do is the numbers on the outside are the numbers that are in the row. So we are going to write 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. And again, that comes from this row, because it's the fourth row and this is the fourth. The next thing we do is we take the first term, which in this case is 2a, and we are going to start with it on the left to the highest power shown. So we start with 2a, the highest power we have is 4, and then we're going to go down from the left. So 2a to the fourth, the next term would be 2a to the third. The next term would be one lower than that, so 2a to the second, then just 2a by itself, 2a to the first, and the last one would have no 2a. So again, we took the first term to the power that is shown, and started here and went down all the way to nothing. So 4, 3, 2, 1, nothing. The last term, we do the same thing except the opposite. We start over here to the highest power shown, so b to the fourth, and then we go this way, starting with 4 going down to 3, 2, 1, and nothing. So this would be b to the fourth, this would be b to the third, this would be b squared, this would be b to the first, and then no b. So again, the first thing is the blue's coming from the fourth row, because this is to the fourth, and it has a 4 in it. The pink's coming from the first term you take to the highest power and go down, so 4, 3, 2, 1, none. And the green's coming from, you take the second thing to the highest power on the right and go down this way, 4, 3, 2, 1, nothing. Alright, and then we're going to add some pluses in between since we don't have any other signs. Alright, so all we have to do now is reduce each of these things. So if you take 2a to the fourth, you raise the 2 to the fourth and the a to the fourth, you will have 16a to the fourth. Now with these, there's 3 different things, so I'm going to do them separately. So we have 4, just moving that down. 2a to the third is 8a to the third. And we have b to the first is just a b. Same thing here, we take our 6 down. 2a squared is 4a squared. And b to the second is just b squared. Take the 4 down. 2a to the first is just 2a. B to the third is b to the third. And then finally, 1 times b to the fourth would just be b to the fourth. So the last thing we need to do is just simplify by multiplying anything that we have left in parentheses. So 16a to the fourth stays. Here we take the 4 times 8, which would become 32a to the third b. Here we take the 6 times the 4, which would be 24a squared b squared. Here we multiply the 4 times the 2, which would be 8ab to the third. And then finally the b to the fourth. And that, right there, would be your answer. And we have timed this out before that this method takes a lot quicker than it does to multiply all of these out like you would have before, especially when your numbers get bigger and bigger and bigger. So this right there is an example of how to do binomial expansion using Pascal's triangle.